another bang. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flips me a bag, so it's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Hello. Welcome to Crossroads Boxing with me, myself, Eric ERF Boxing, and we will have Rico joining us. But just before that, we've got the promo for D-Rock Clothing. Yo, what's up, Rico?
Hey, what's up, Eric? How are you?
I'm good, bro. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Shout out to Bruce Lee. I'm a massive, obviously, Bruce Lee fan. This is Enter the Dragon vest, you know.
I've got my Caribbean brethren with me.
So wait. So what is that? You saying to me that I don't represent our ancestors enough?
Bro, you take it how you want to take it. All I said is I've got my Caribbean brethren repping. You was talking about something else. If the shoe fits, innit?
No. It's not even about the shoe fit. Like I was like, I'm a massive fan of this guy.
I'm a big fan of Bob. I'm a big fan of Bob Marley.
Nah, you're not. No, but like, no. I was like, and you're like, well, I'm wearing this ancestral shirt, and oh my god, I feel like
that's how you want.
Can you start your show, please? Because
if that's how we want. No. We're not going to pass it. The people are still tuning in. We're waiting for the audience to get here anyway.
So is United winning? Is United winning?
We've got this. I don't know. I'm doing my show right now. I'm not.
No. Are they winning? They're losing, innit? So all of you United fans,
I don't know. I'm concentrating on my show.
Yeah, sure.
I've got important things to do.
One quick Google. One quick one. Real quick. Any United fan, if you're still watching that beating, I'm sure it is United losing.
Nah, we ain't losing.
RN. Nah, fuck that. No, I don't want to. United using they're losing 3-1 by Brighton.
Bro, we're not even playing Brighton now. We're playing Rangers right now. That was days ago. That's old news.
Sorry. Wait, hold on. My AI. I didn't ask that right AI. Wait, let me ask. Shout out to. Nah, do you know what it is?
Anyway,
Whatever.
This is about boxing, not football. Let's move on. We can move on now.
Shout out to all the United fans.
So today the title is Turkis tournament. It involves 3 main fighters. You've got 6 fighters in there, looking to fight each other. With the Crossroads boxing thing, we haven't had any fights yet, but I feel like these are the fighters we're going to be talking about in the career after these fights, because the likes of Teofimo Lopez, him fighting Richardson Hitchens, I think is his next fight. That's a difficult fight, but the difference in boxing right now is there's a plan. These fighters have 2 free fights planned, and they know what the next target is. Rather than getting into a fight, you win that fight, what's next? Oh, we've got to see which way we go, if we're unifying, if we have to do this mandatory, if we have to do this. And Turkis took all that away. He said to these guys, if you believe you're the best, if you beat him, you fight him. If you then beat him, you fight him. And I think with the likes of Teo, Devin, Ryan, Boots, those fights, what they're in the first place, aren't easy fights. Teo fighting Richardson Hitchens, that's a difficult fight because the style matchup wise, I think it's a nightmare for Teo. But
right. So we're gonna go with well, shall we say the obviously the Turkey tournament, but the 3-fight deal for Teo Lopez.
Yes. the free fight deal for all those fighters, it's so enticing. It's nice to see. It's good to see at the top level that these fighters are willing to do that as well. And obviously, that's because the money's not an issue anymore, which as a fan is all you want to see. When you're watching sports or watching anything you want to watch, you don't want to have to care about the money. You don't want to be even involved in conversations about money because it's nothing to do with you. As a fan, you just want to see these two boxers turn up and fight each other. But going off the free fight deal, what Turkey has offered him, it's Richardson Hitchens, Jerome Boots Ennis, and the winner of Ryan versus Devon, which is still a sticky one because Ryan and Devon, although I don't rate Rolly, I also don't rate Ryan.
Whoa! Wait, chill out. Calm down.
Go on.
See?
Welcome to the show, anyway, Rico. Welcome to the show, my friend.
What do you mean? Nah, do you know what it is? You and people like you have this rhetoric that Rolly Romero is not a legend in these streets, bro. He was beating Tank before the knockout.
Who isn't? Huh? Who is, like, it happens. Like, Tank was biding his time.
I don't.
Okay.
Having seen. Whoa! I know this is your platform, okay? But back the fuck up, okay? All right. So, having seen the footage back, which you haven't, have you seen the footage back?
Of what? Rolly getting sparked?
I can't have this conversation with you because there's just bias. Because there's just bias, there's negativity, and there's just stuff I just don't want to.
I'm asking if it's all right. Is it the tank footage? You mean?
The Tank Romero fight where he was getting outboxed. Rolly was just, mate, it was like fucking dancing on ice in there. And then obviously sometimes just a moment of weakness, and Tank is known to capitalize on these prospects that go on to do great things,
So now you've let your side. Outside of that performance, since Rolly's been really that good, and Tank, let's be honest, is probably his best opponent. Yeah, we can agree on that. Can we agree Tank is the best fighter Rolly's fought? Yes or no? It's just.
I mean, it's between him and Cruz, but yeah,
him and Cruz. Who Tank's already beat Cruz.
I mean, it was a very. It depends on where you are.
Okay, we'll skip. Okay. We'll skip over because we know your answer is yes. Tank's the best opponent he's had. Outside of that performance against Tank, where has Rolly Romero showed you any skill set or anything?
This is disingenuous.
Why?
Do you know what it is?
I'm asking. You're talking about the Tank fight. I want to know you have
a platform. I might not be here forever on this earth, Eric, and it's your job with your platform to actually not be disingenuous, and this is majorly disingenuous. Rolly Romero, he defeated the 40+ Slayer. Okay,
he did what? He did what?
That's what I'm trying to say. It's disingenuous.
I didn't hear you. You said defeated.
We've been trying to sort your Wi-Fi out for God knows how long. All right, so I'm going to do this one more time. He defeated the 40+ Slayer.
How was that performance?
A performance is a performance, Eric. But do you know what it is?
You said to me.
No, wait. No,
wait. No, the performance can't just be the performance because you said his performance against Tank before he got knocked out.
Disingenuous.
All this is why I'm disrespecting him.
Disingenuous.
Because of his performance, right? No, because of his performance. Now I want you to tell me his performance against Sugar Barroso. How was his performance against him?
First of all, don't give that guy nicknames that he hasn't he's the 40+ Slayer, and that's his shit.
Sugar Barroso.
Mo said Sugar. Okay, all right. There's people with diabetes out there. Okay, can you just try and think about other people other than
I'm just
yourself. You
wondering.
sick, sick,
You're
sick
trying to. I know
bastard.
what you're doing. I know what you're
I'm
doing.
not doing anything. I'm
You're
trying to
ignoring
actually.
my question.
I'm not ignoring.
You're trying to. You're trying to
I'm trying to
distract
load
me with something
subtitles.
else.
What I'm trying to do is trying to say to people is, look, at the end of the day, the performance is the performance. We will die as human beings. Well, we will die as human beings. Our flesh will be dust. However, our records will remain. And what's the record? Tell me who won that fight.
Tank.
This is where it's disingenuous. I understand why Rolly crashes out.
Bro,
I get it.
You wouldn't let me say.
I get it.
You the same argument you're trying to use now. You told me I couldn't.
That's like Anthony Joshua. That's like Anthony Joshua. No, that's like
you told me I couldn't use the same argument you're trying to use. You told me about performance. This is the performance. That's what you. What was the performance?
No, do you know what it is? You got Javante Tank Davis. No, wait, hold on. I've got to the viewers. To the viewers.
Made a mistake. What was the performance?
I've got Javante Tank Davis right now. He doesn't know what time it is in the fucking universe because he's literally saying, wait, hold on here, right now. You look can see it right there. Yo, what time the Inoue fight? You don't care what time the Inoue fight is. Damn it.
Bro.
Sick of this. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the whole
lot. You can't
lot.
use the argument. Anyway, back to where we was. Seeing as you was wrong and you wanted to go around the houses about it.
This is all right, cool. This is your platform, innit? You're growing it, whatever. I'm just here. I'm all right.
So, Ryan versus Rowley, and Devin versus Ramirez. Those two fights, they have the difficulties in two different ways. Rowley, you never know what you're going to get from that guy, and Ryan needs to be careful because me, as a boxing fan, I generally don't rate Ryan as high as other people do.
Why?
And I haven't seen him outside of the pens. If I tell you what, that performance against Devin wasn't as great as everybody thinks. You watch that fight back outside of the knockdown rounds. Ryan didn't win a round. Ryan was getting outboxed. So for this whole hype of Ryan's this, Ryan's that, I still haven't seen.
Yeah, but wait, Eric. I'm here to, as I said, this is your platform. Just building it right now, but I'm just here to just devil's advocate out here with your lovely shirt that you just made me so, like I didn't care about journeys. You're being a bit disingenuous. You're saying, right, can't do it. But Ryan hasn't fought the type of caliber fight. You're saying a lot of stuff. Okay. But what's the argument towards in the face of the trilogy? Okay, because once he defeats Rolly Romero, that's literally a former world champion. Then what will you have to say after that?
What will I say after he beats Rolly?
Yeah, something respectful.
Then Devin better would beat Ramirez because I need to see that third.
It's disingenuous, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, because beating Rolly, like
shout out to my PVC guys, or should I say my Turkey guys? Apparently, Turkey. Yeah.
The Isaac Cruz fight was a harder fight for Ryan, in my opinion. That would have been a harder fight, but Cruz turned it down for whatever reasons. He turned it down. But the Rolly fight will be more.
Because he didn't want to mess up the merger between Turkey Al Sheikh and Al Heyman's PBC.
No, but
allegedly.
No, the Rolly fight's an exciting fight because you don't know what you're going to get from Rolly. Everybody's going in there, like you said. You look at that performance against Tank before he got caught with that shot.
Stupendous.
It was a good performance. But after that, Rolly hasn't shown us that. So yes, he's probably got that.
He's not been motivated, Eric.
That might be one of them. If you're reaching, that could be one of them. But I've seen Rolly enough times to know that he's shown me more bad performances than he has good. And that's the type of fight I'm going to judge him on. Moving on.
You know what it is? Just real quick. I need help with these fights, man, for tomorrow. So, shameless plug. we will. I will be
I'll
iBoxing
be
Hub.
I will join you because I will be
Well, let me
en
announce
route
it.
at work.
Actually, you announce it, for fuck's sake.
No, I'll be en route at work. We have, well, Rico has a watch along for the Inouye card tomorrow, beginning at 12 p.m., I believe.
We're gonna start at about 9:30 for the whole card.
Oh, you're doing the
So
whole card, yeah, 9:30 in the
yes,
morning. I
well, we're
will
gonna
be
be doing
joined.
a card tonight. Actually, well, Eric will be fast asleep.
I will be fast asleep.
Okay, don't emphasize, Eric. Okay, damn it.
Yeah, the way you live your
For
life,
the
Rico, it's like you're in Australia and I'm in England because the times.
I'm building the foundations of a great kingdom that is called iBoxingHub /
And that
Banter
I
Unboxing.
thank you for.
Oh, don't thank me yet, young grasshopper. Where was I? Yes, so I will be doing a watch along this evening as well for the what's that shit? Is it the Zone card in Mexico? I don't think it's. I don't know, but I'm going to be doing that one there, and also we're going to be doing the Inoue fight 9:30 GMT, which is 4:30 a.m. I believe Eastern, which is like 11 p.m. Pacific. Well, whatever. So I'm going to be doing the absolute watch along weekend gauntlet, you lot, man. So please tune in. It's going to be incredible. Eric will obviously be there for the main event while he's just doing whatever he does. And yeah,
Doing the
it's going to
day
be
job.
absolutely sensational. So please like, subscribe, share. And yeah, Eric.
Yeah, rock with us. We try to have fun through these watch alongs. We're going back to Turkey's tournament. Boots Ennis versus Stanionis. Boots is Tio's getting promised Boots. This is what I mean by this. These first fights, what Turkey's given these guys, or these guys are taking in order to move to the next level, they're not pushover fights. I know I'm saying about Ryan and Rolly, but for me, Ryan and Rolly could easily be on the similar level. So that fight, when two fighters of similar level get together, it could be an amazing fight. It could be a drama-filled fight. So you have Devon versus Ramirez. Ramirez is a former unified 140 fighter. This is both of those fighters. This is the first fight at 147 for both guys. So I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, Devon's fighting Ramirez, and Ramirez is coming up." They're both moving up. Both fighters are moving up. Ramirez is actually the bigger fighter because he started at 140. Devon started at 135. Stylistically, I think it favors Devon. Ramirez can crack, so that would be something that will be a test, a massive test for Devon, and see how he reacts to taking a shot, especially at 147 against Ramirez.
Well, do you reckon he's soft? As the Americans would say, soft?
No, how can you be when he got up every time he got dropped? Hey, this is what I said this a long time before with AJ, before Daniel, actually, the Ruiz fight. He got up every time. You can't say someone is quitting or wanting out when they're literally getting up. You have the other side where Ryan, obviously his condition or whatever reasons you want to use for that fight against Tank. But Ryan stayed on his knee and decided, no, I don't want to do this anymore.
Wow. Okay.
So for me, saying that someone's soft, no, he can take a shot. He can get dropped, but he's shown that he can get up as well. Hopefully, in the Ramirez fight, he doesn't have to prove any of that. Because skill for skill, if Devon sticks to his boxing and keeps Ramirez moving whilst he's on the outside, Devon should be able to pitch a shot out in that fight. I think the Tio versus Hitchens fight, that's really intriguing because Hitchens is a similar sort of fighter to Devon, but I don't believe he's on that level of Devon, or Teo. I think Teo beats Hitchens. I think Hitchens. We saw Teo have trouble with Sundor Martin, but that was a southpaw. Who's on off the back foot. But if Teo doesn't stay in mid-range and he actually counters Hitchens, because Hitchens doesn't throw enough, in my opinion. He doesn't throw enough. Teo has to force him to throw. If Teo can force him to throw and counter him, I think Teo's got the ability to stop him. The only issue is at 140, I haven't seen Teo starch anybody yet. I think he has the skills, he has the ability to place the shots, but that punching power he had at 135, I've not seen it at 140.
Yeah, because he's not fighting, bro. He's not like he's just chilling in the back. Like really and truly, I've had enough of these lot, man.
What about Claggett?
Like,
he had Claggett, he had Jabeir Ortiz, he had Sandor Martin. That's 3 fights at 140, and those fights were the Josh Taylor fight. I felt like he could have stopped Josh, but only on accumulation.
How anybody thought that Josh Taylor was going to be it was crazy.
No.
Josh was inactive. He was unsure of himself. He was all this type of stuff. Like, seriously speaking, like, there was no way that guy was ever, like, I'll be real. And the thing is that it's...
Yes, speaking of Josh Taylor, just going to...
Oh, your fellow brethren.
To sidebar a bit on that. Why isn't he involved in all of this? Because he should be moving up to 147. I think a fight against him and Ryan would have been a good fight.
Eddie signed him to a free fight deal, I think.
Yeah. But he seems to be like a day late, really, because your name should have been in that hat to get a fight with either get a rematch with Teo at 147 if Teo wanted to move up to 147 to fight Boots. That would be a good fight because Teo's already beat him.
Yeah, but why would he fight Teo again? There's just no... Because Teo already... Like, Teo's been wanting the deal from Turkis LLC. That's what he's been wanting.
Yeah, you can see. And to be fair to him, since Teo signed that deal, he's not as outlandish in his words.
All of them. They've all changed their whole lives.
Bro, because the interviews I've seen with him is him saying, oh, Tank, you need to swallow your pride. You need to get in the mix with us and this. And his energy seems to have just sort of changed.
That's what the turkey bag does, bro. The turkey bag
good for
unlocks
boxing,
everything.
I keep banging on about it, probably week after week, about it's going to be probably a turkey card. We end up talking about our fighter who's just been on a turkey card. We're going to be talking about because these fighters seemingly he's got a plan to keep them active. You've got this fight, you finish this fight. Don't be sitting about getting fat, doing this, doing that. No, you need to get ready for this fighter because this is the date. You are going in May and then you're going in October. There's no in between of, what's going to happen, I need you ready to fight. And these fighters need to, and as much as they may well deserve the sort of money they're getting, they need to be professional year round. If you're earning that sort of money, you can't be.
No, but you have to be fighting the right opponent. Like, this is the thing. Like, This is where people are like, they don't like Turkey monopolizing the sport. It's like, bro, like, I always ask these people, were you happy about how stuff was before? Because I wasn't. I thought it was bullshit.
No,
like, how can you say like, oh yeah, everything is that? And then obviously Turkey now, apparently there's this rumor that he's bought PBC, and now I've seen people lose their goddamn minds. They're like, no. And I'm like,
and I hear excuses like, oh well, what's going to happen in the long run? Well, to be quite honest with you, I would rather have what we have today now, Turkey doing
the shit we had before,
than worry about in 5-10 years' time. Because in the next 5 years, I know I'm going to have boxing for as long as Turkey's here. We're going to get the best fighters in the best fights and competitive fights. It may not be the best versus the best, but it will be competitive fights against fighters actually ranked and in position to get those fights as well. So we can have these conversations. We can have platforms like this where people can have the say and have their opinion on fights happening, rather than have your opinion on who's stealing, who's style and dressing, and who and he won't beat him. But bro, I don't care about all that semantics of who's more popular. It's like I'm hearing, oh well, Devon's on Ryan's undercard. Who cares? Right, we're getting on the same card. We are getting Ryan Garcia, Rolly, who he was a star enough to fight Tank. Yeah, we've got Ryan, we've got Rolly, we have Devon on the same card. You have under that, you have Bakoli versus FA is on that card.
What do you think about that Bakoli fight though?
I feel like this happens. No, I like Bakoli. I think his performance against Jared was good, but this happens all the time. Bakoli was out in the cold. There ain't nobody saying nothing about Bakoli. Not a fan in the world.
Wait. So you call him Bakoldi?
Yeah, Bakoli, whatever his name is. Yeah, Martin.
Cold. You didn't see what I did there. You need to. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Raw.
No, but the thing with Bakoli, that's the question. Bakoli is he beat Jared Anderson. It's a good win, a very good win.
So just going on, Eric,
I was reading Raz's comment. I got sidetracked by reading Raz's comment about Boots. I will get to that. We'll get to that anyway. Let me finish.
Not for turning down Stanionis. Big up to Boots, man. Shout out to Brian Norman Jr., bro. Big up to you, man. It's going great.
Yeah. Well, Bakoli beat Jared Anderson, which is a good win. But as fans do, they hyped Jared Anderson, especially Americans. They've hyped Jared Anderson to be the next one or whatever. And Bakoli's gone in there and done a demolition job on him. And now, when you listen,
it was bad matchmaking. To be fair,
when you listen to the Americans speak now of a Bakoli is now this guy what will smash everybody and this and that. And I'm just like, I've been seeing Bakoli about. Ain't nobody been saying his name before this Jared Anderson. And Jared Anderson could have got in there with a lot of fighters who hasn't really got a name, and the performance could have been the same, because we've seen the same mistakes from Jared Anderson for the last 5-6 fights. He keeps his head straight in a line and he moves back. Like his head is up and he moves back in a straight line. He's gonna get caught. He's been caught he had a difficult fight against Charles Martin, was it?
Mm-hmm.
So the hype.
Whoa, no, but don't disrespect Charles Martin. Charles Martin.
No, but I'm saying he had issues with this. He had the same issues against the Charles Martin, and Charles Martin was old. So,
but I hear that Michael Hunt is coming back, so it's going to be a madness.
There we go. But this will be the thing. As soon as Michael Hunter comes back and gets a win, the Americans will start jumping for that fight, the Hunter versus Bakoli 2. Because Michael Hunt has already beat him. Was it a cruiserweight he beat him, or was that his first fight at heavyweight?
I think it was a cruiserweight. No, it was at heavyweight. Yeah,
Martin. He'd moved up and beat him. So,
but Martin's a whole different type of beast right now.
But Michael Hunter, this is a perfect time for Michael Hunter to get back in the mix. There's enough fighters in the heavyweight division now moving up. You've got Lawrence Okoli.
Yeah, but Michael Hunter's like he's part of the old guard, bro. Like, and the thing is that he really isn't him in it. Like he is.
I agree with you on that. But if Derek Chisora can still
the whole type of
get fights,
what happened? He had a whole he could have fought for a mandatory. He pissed it away.
Yeah,
I want to feel sorry for him.
You know what? The only time I feel sorry for him is that Povetkin fight. I feel like if he had got that win over Povetkin, because he beat Povetkin that night. I don't care what anybody said. He won that fight.
I know.
Hunter won that fight.
No, but Povetkin was done then, bro. Like he really should have actually got him out of there, but that was on him. How was that on anyone else apart from Hunter?
Didn't Povetkin knock Dillian Whyte out?
No, but if you're coming out in the whole in a Predator versus Hunter thing, and you're just and you're not even, and that's you.
You can't.
How am I?
No, we're talking about the boxing, the match itself, the fight
Not
itself. You're
feeling it.
talking about his mask.
Not feeling
Nah,
it at all.
he won
Not
that
feeling it.
fight for me, and I feel for
You
him because
know,
it felt like
I don't feel for him.
after that performance, that's when everything sort of just dipped.
Nah, because he made bad business decisions.
Yes, I
He
agree
was
with
like,
you. Because he felt hard done by and made stupid decisions.
okay, all right. So, I had a bad decision against me. Let me just create bad decisions in my life.
Yeah, well, that's on him.
Just.
Sometimes the people in your ear, the people that are gassing you up, that
Who's even in his ear? He never even had a hype man. He never had anybody next to him in the video. No one.
He did.
Who?
Yeah, he was all in at that Mayweather side. He was all in that Mayweather side.
You're not even serious right now.
I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious. Nah, but what did Ra say about Boots? Is Turkey mad at Boots? Nah, Turkey ain't mad at Boots. Boots is fighting Stanionis for Boots said Boots is doing
Turkey's
what he
mad
said.
at you, Ra. Turkey's mad at you.
Boots is doing what he said he wanted to do when he turned down the Ortiz fight. He said he ain't going up there to fight Ortiz. He wants to unify. So, hey, he's fighting Stanionis. I don't know if it's finalized yet, but I don't know why we're waiting so long to finalize a fight. But I think that's a good move. Unify with him, and the Tio fight it's a big fight because you will get a crowd out for that because Boots certainly sells out in Philly. And if Tio can beat Hitchens, I keep saying Hitchinson. If Tio can beat Hitchens, that the hype what Tio will get off of beating Hitchens will be good for him, and it'll be great for that matchup. I think that'll be a matchup what a lot of people will want to see. And to be quite honest with you, I'm rooting for Tio to win that fight because if Hitchens wins that fight,
I'm not. I'm wishing.
No,
I'm hoping for Tio to lose and the ancestors to be happy.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
You are. Nah, don't lie now because you said it. It's on the internet.
I want him to win. I want him to win.
No, you don't.
Listen, I want him to win for boxing. Take away my feelings.
What? You want Tio to win for boxing?
No, because the Boots fight. I want to see Tio versus Boots. I think that's a great fight. I genuinely think that's a great fight. Taking my hatred away from this fight with Hitchens. Because Hitchens talks too much anyway. Like, those two guys, they're like, I'm just like, you know what? If Hitchens loses, he just loses, innit? I don't care. But I want to see the Boots versus Tio fight because Tio spoke too much about Boots wanting Boots. He has fought Boots before in the amateurs. So a Boots versus Tio fight would be good for boxing. I think obviously the winner is going to fight the winner of Haney Garcia. So then again, you've got the everything around it, just not only the event, but everything after that as well. You've got the whole event to be excited for, but then you've got immediately after the result, you've got, wow, the winner is fighting this person and the loser is fighting this person because Turkis said the loser will fight the loser of the other fight. So you haven't just got, if you win this, you fight the winner of this. But even if you lose, I still have you a fight on that card against the other guy. So it's good for boxing because too many times, this is why I've created Crossroad Boxing. It's because when these guys lose at a high level, the drop they end up having because boxing don't care about you. It only cares about winners. The business has been, we care about winners. If you lose, you ain't good, you're a bum, you're this. You will get your opportunity if you're lucky. Whereas Turkey's saying, listen, I want you to fight this guy. But not only if you win, you get this side. But don't worry, if you lose, your career is not done. You are still fighting another top guy because at the end of the day, if it's Tio versus Ryan, Boots versus Devon versus Tio, like those four guys can interchange with each other, and it's good fights for boxing. It puts boxing on the map. Those sort of fights hits the casual fans. And that's what boxing needs to hit. It's the casual fans, because people like me, you, Neutral, Ra, we can sit about and talk about boxing all day, and it's not going to earn them the revenue what boxing needs. You know what I mean? It needs people who aren't really into boxing on a day-to-day, but are intrigued in big fights and exciting fights. And this tournament, the so-called tournament what Turkey's doing, I think is brilliant for boxing. And it's great for the fighters as well, because they have a thought. They know this. They've got a career still if they lose. And that's what fighters should be. If you lose, you shouldn't be thrown away. If you lose, you can come back again and you can fight another guy. It makes no difference. You lose in every other sport and it's not over. Any other sport, you lose, you've got another chance. Boxing is, over the years, has seemed to be the only sport that when you lose, unless you are an attraction or you have a big fan base, boxing itself isn't going to support you. The only people that are going to support you is your fan base. And if you haven't got a big fan base, look at Rowley. Since Rowley lost to Cruz, has anybody heard? One second. Since Rowley has lost to Cruz, has anybody heard of him? Has there been any talk about him? There hasn't.
Yes.
Until Turkey,
there has.
Turkey came up and picked his name and said, Rowley, I'm giving you this opportunity here. Ain't nobody asking for Rowley versus anybody.
So disingenuous.
Who are they talking about? Where's the Rowley fan base that's been shouting out for Rowley to get any fight?
Me, and a couple of other Rowleyites. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So the casual fans don't know Rowley either.
No, they. It's not about knowing people. It's about how consistently.
It is about, because unless you have a hardcore fan base in boxing, which Rowley doesn't have.
So what are we talking about? You just said unless you have a hardcore. Rowley has a hardcore fan base. He has a cult fan base, like Chris Lovejoy.
It's you and Two Tone are the only people that are calling for Rowley to be fighting.
You're a piece of shit. I don't like the fact that you're just here. You're lying to these people. I gave you a platform to try and make a difference and be better than me, and now like. I do. Can I give you some advice?
You play this devil's advocate all the time with me, and you know it sends.
It's called the balance of fucking life. Okay, if you really didn't want to play that game, shouldn't be like, oh, Rico, I want to change the world. Rico, boxing. Blah, blah, blah. You're like, yeah, cool.
No, but like I was saying, ain't nobody but you and Two Tone are calling for Rowley to be getting.
Shout out to my guy Two Tone. Finally followed me.
Rowley hasn't got a mass fan base where boxing isn't going to support him on its own. You need and with Turkey, it seems like if he can get these guys out there and getting them fighting consistently 3 times a year, ideally, which is what a professional fighter at that level really, I believe, should be fighting. You fight at the beginning of the year. First quarter of the year, second quarter, third quarter, and if you can get one in over Christmas, you can do. If not, you go again early the following year. I think these guys being in the ring once a year, I don't like the fact that Devon was out for a full year. Ryan didn't have a choice. Tio, inactive for always a contractual reasons. He's been inactive. It's always something. It's always this. It's always that. Even Boots, I don't think Boots gets out over the years, has gotten out enough.
What are you saying, Eric?
So I'm saying that Turkey's giving these guys activity. He's giving us events. He's giving these guys at least 2 fights a year, 3 fights a year, possibly, which is what we need at high level boxing, instead of the top level guys fighting once a year, and then we've got the other guys who's trying to build themselves up, but they're not getting talked about enough because these are the superstars and these guys are down here and they can't touch these guys for some reason, and they're only fighting once a year.
What do we say in terms of crossroads if Devon and Ryan lose to cannon fodder? or should, well, I don't say cannon fodder. I say that Rolly Romero can. I think it's a 50-50 fight
You
between him and
just
Ryan.
you just sold yourself.
50-50.
You know
It's a 50.
you know
It's
what
a
you did, right?
50-50 fight.
You know what you did there, right?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying
No,
to. I'm literally trying to participate as a guest on your platform out here because,
no,
like, I'm not gonna lie. As a guest, your rhetoric has been. I don't want to swear.
you
Fucking
ain't no
awful.
guest.
All right.
You ain't no guest.
It's been a little shit. I can't lie. I've heard lies. I've just
You ain't
all
no
right.
guest.
But yeah, let's so in terms of that, I think it's a 50-50 with Rowley. I think Rowley has a lot to prove. To people like you, okay? Especially you. Naysay. You get I'm feeling a bit ill actually. You carry on.
You really don't have to prove nothing to me. You really don't have to prove nothing to me.
And say it again. Say it
Beat-
again for all the fans.
beating Ryan, he needs to prove himself that he can beat Ryan. So
He can beat Ryan. What do you mean?
I kind of hope so because I don't want Ryan to win another fight and cheat.
Because at least you know that Rowley is not like a racist. Like
you
know what I mean?
If Rowley beats Ryan and gets,
Can't even say allegedly because I can pull up the whole thing of the thing, so we can't get sued on here. Normally, what's the golden rule?
I think the Devon and Ryan fight's happening regardless. I think that fight is set. I think the only complication in that is, well, no, that fight's set really because the winner.
What did I tell you?
Pardon?
Told you about the trilogy.
Yeah, that fight's set. That fight's set. If they both lose, if they both lose in the week in May, you probably will get the trilogy straight away. You will get Ryan versus Devon, and then you'll get it again because I don't see how, even if they both lose, them beating each other still warrants them a fight with the winner of Boots versus Tio straight away. You know what I mean? I think a trilogy is probably the best way to go with that, depending on how the fight is and whatnot. But I still think both of those fighters win. I think Ryan and Devon will win, and hopefully the plan what Turkey's got in place, because boxing has this curse that somewhere along the line we're looking at Devon and Ryan here, but it might well end up being Boots that doesn't beat Stanionis. You know what I mean? It's always something where you're looking and you're like,
Do you think anything phases Boots in terms of the Stanionis fight?
Stanionis' pressure, I think Boots will have to be elusive in this fight because Stanionis will keep pressuring him. He's a good boxer, Stanionis. He has a decent chin. Boots is in a tough fight. It is a tough fight for him. And so it should be a unification fight. They should be tough. I don't believe these guys, when you're a champion, you should have easy fights. And certainly not unification fights being easy. Because if you're top four in that division at the moment, because the four belts are fragmented, it should be a good fight between both of them. And I think it's a tough fight for Boots. I think it's a good fight for Boots going into, if he beats Stanionis, going into a Tio fight, because Tio doesn't pour that pressure on anyway. What Stanionis has. But also, I think Boots' style for Tio, Boots likes to come forward, and that's what Tio likes. Tio likes a fighter coming to him. He can counter punch. I think
he's an A-class counter puncher, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he can be. Like I say this all the time. When it comes to Tio, I can't stand him. I cannot stand that guy.
No, No way. You never said that.
I just can't rock with him. But I can take away my feelings to his skill set, take away the name, just the boxer itself. He is a top quality boxer. You've seen it. You've seen it against Loma. You saw it against Coleman. You saw it against Josh Taylor. The problem with Tio is he's inconsistent when it's not against the top level of guy what he believes, the guys he should be beating easy, he doesn't. And that,
I think that's more of like I don't know, like I don't even want to defend him like that. But I
also
feel
it's
it is a
stylistic, though.
psychological, and it's more like it's weird. I feel like Tio really he lets shit get to him.
The Kambosos fight definitely did. I don't think the Sando Martin fight.
Nah, Kambosos, nah. Don't disrespect the ferocious Kambosos, bro. Don't
fight,
do that while I'm alive. Now, while I'm alive, don't do that.
No, I will never. No, Kambosos.
So give him respect. Say he was the unified undisputed champion. Say that.
Kambosos was 100%.
Yeah.
He beat Tio that night.
Say you'd fight a kangaroo right now, because that was disrespect.
Me? I ain't going to Australia. That's not a real country anyway. I don't believe it.
Okay, I'll let you go for that. But yeah, carry on.
That has too many things that can kill you off top, bro. Nah.
I'll risk go off with Sky Nicholson. Yeah, carry on. So,
no, what was that? Tio, the problem is he's just inconsistent, but stylistically as well, it's shown the fighters he has more success against is fighters who come to him, who wants to pressure him, who wants to take him out. His counterpunching is elite, to say the least. He's very good. So I think a Boots style, it favors Tio. I think Tio will like that. I can see why Tio's calling Boots out. Whether he can beat Boots or not, I don't know. But it's yet again, at least hopefully we can find out. The plan is there, so we can find out. It's just down now. It's not even about contracts anymore. It's down to the fighters to. There's no more talk. There's no more about money. It's not. You've got to perform in the ring and get to that destination of Boots or of Tio if you're on the other side. Mm-hmm. These guys can now start talking in the ring rather than on Twitter saying they would do this, they would do that. Turkis saying, if you feel like you can do that, here you go. There's the opportunity. And that's what's great about boxing at the moment, and it gives us things to talk about, because otherwise we'll be talking about a boxer's, I don't know, next car or next girlfriend or baby mum or whatever. Like boxing is such a drama when fights ain't going on. It's mad. If you
sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. I just want to say, I know. I was supposed to laugh on cue, but I wanted to do that on purpose, only because I just love to just fuck with Eric.
Yeah,
it's just my favorite part. But I just want to say that I'm so very proud of Mr. Eric. You know, this is the third episode, obviously, of Crossroads.
We got there.
I promise it's not a cemetery show. And yeah, completely Eric's idea, completely Eric's programming, completely Eric's everything. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of great things coming from Mr. Eric, shows and stuff coming soon. And yeah, you know, well done, bro. And we'll keep it going.
Thank you. I'm excited because for this show, obviously, the Crossroads thing, with the fights happening, like I said earlier, that's why I'm excited, because I'll be able to make content. I'll be able to have these conversations on live and interact with people in the chat about fights actually happening and where these fighters go if they win or lose. But even having that conversation, Turkey's even taking some of that away from us, because he's already saying, if you lose, this is the next guy you're going to have to fight. Mm-hmm. Which is crazy, which we don't.
So you're happy with the monopolization?
The thing is, I think people have an outrage over the thought of things rather than letting things play out and see how it actually will work. Because say monopolizing, everyone's like, oh well, they're getting everything. They're in control. But
it's mostly like the American, like our American brothers and sisters. They're mad, and I'm just like, oh man, I want to feel bad for you, but like I don't.
No, but this is the thing. They're complaining. I hear them complain about, oh, this fight is in Saudi. It's at 2:00 in the afternoon. I was like, bro, I wish we could have a fight at 2:00 in the afternoon. You lot do your fights at 6 a.m. in the morning here. We're up all night trying to watch a fight.
It's long,
it gets
bro.
to the main event and we're asleep. Like,
long.
It's long. You now it's your turn to see what time difference really is. you know what I'm saying? It's now your turn.
And may your alarm bless you. You know, may your alarm bless you.
Even with like the pay-per-view prices and stuff like that, it's good. You're getting good fights for a good price. You're getting a card now. You're not just getting your main event and then you've got, oh well, there's this fight there, there's this side there. You're getting fight after fight after fight what are intriguing fights. Is 50-50 matchups. If you want to say it's 60-40 because you're a fan of somebody else. But as a whole, and when you're watching the sport, the matchups are intriguing and you might have an idea of who you want to win that fight and who you support to win that fight. But it ain't a foregone conclusion. You know what I mean? It's fights that it's difficult fights. They are difficult fights, and that's what it's supposed to be at this level. We don't want to see tune-up fights constantly. Yes, there's going to be some fights harder than the others, but this having time off and then going, oh, well, I've got ring rust. I've got to get in there with somebody that's not of the level. Like, what is the point? There's no point. You're wasting our time and your career, to be quite honest with you, because you've sat on the shelf for a year. You're getting back in the ring against somebody who you're not going to learn anything against, who you're not going to earn anything against, rather than staying active and being a professional. Like this boxing career is a short one. It's not a long boxing career. I don't understand why these fighters can't stay professional and be in shape, ready for a fight with it, three fights a year. Because when they were coming up in the amateurs, they were fighting consistently. There was always fighting. You're fighting consistently in the amateurs. You get to a pro, and I don't know whether it's the money or what, but fighters just are sitting on the shelf. They don't want to fight this guy. It's not enough money. This isn't enough. And now the money aspect of it is being taken away. It's showing who actually wants to fight. That's what it's doing. It's showing
and that's the best thing, though.
Yeah,
but it's the best thing, though, and that's why obviously the Ring magazine is going to be having a card.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of Tio, but that sequence of fights, the deal, what he's supposed to be signed with Turkey and Ring magazine or whatever it is, that's a tough fights after tough fight. And you know what? I salute him for taking that.
I hope he gets mashed up.
But he deserves credit for signing a deal that says you have these fights. This is what. If you win this is you. If you win that, this is you. And to be willing to go into that, it's good to see. It's nice to see as a fan, as a pure boxing fan. It's nice to see these guys who were supposed to be at top level actually wanting to fight at top level consistently. You've seen it from Devon. I think that's why I'm one of his biggest fans, is because that kid has consistently tried to fight the best fighter possible. He's tried that. The Ryan fight, I never wanted the Ryan fight. I wish he'd tried to unify with Matthias, to be quite honest with you, because I think a unification with Matthias would have brought way more credibility to him. But the Ryan fight happened, and we're here. We're here at the end of the day. But the sequence of fights he's got are tough. The sequence of fights Boots is supposedly having are tough because Tio's in there as well. And the same, I can't say the same for Ryan and Devon have their own demons to deal with each other. And I think that their next fights, I think the opponents, it favours them, the opponents, and they should get that job done. And I think that battle between those two, with everything that's gone on and everything that's happened in itself, that fight for those two guys are massive. And to both get back in there, well, I say both, for Devon to get back in there, which is what people all wanted from him, They slated him for the lawsuit and all this lot, but it proved that without that lawsuit, we know this fight wouldn't have happened, because Ryan and Oscar never wanted to give Devin a rematch. Oscar is still out here saying, "Oh, there's no point in the rematch because Ryan battered Devin and he did this." Bro, you ignoring the fact the kid took PEDs. You can say what you want, but you're ignoring that fact. And because Devin had that lawsuit, this is the reason why that fight is happening. So all these people that clowned him for suing and doing all this and doing all this, he's now put that lawsuit on the line and said, "Listen, you fight me, I'll drop it." And without that, Ryan would have gone another way because Oscar wouldn't have wanted that fight.
No, fair play, 20%.
So I think Devin has a lot of demons to go through. The Pedraza fight is not an easy fight at 147. It's his first fight there. Yeah, not Pedraza, sorry. Ramirez. Ramirez is moving up as well. So he's not fighting somebody who's been at 147 the whole career or for a long amount of time. He's fighting someone who's moving up the same way he's moving up. So the weight difference shouldn't be an issue too much. I think Devin will probably win on the cards, a unanimous decision, a Devin win as we call it, because that's how Devin does it. I think Ryan will probably knock out Rolly. I think Ryan stops Rolly mid rounds, because Rolly, when he throws, he has zero form. And he leaves himself open so much when he throws, because Rolly throws every shot so hard. When he misses, there's like no form. He just can get countered.
You're even mad, bro. Don't shout like you're. Mate, I'm trying to keep quiet and this is your platform, but like, don't just shut up in it.
No, we nearly done it.
No, I don't like your rhetoric.
I just want to be quite honest with you. This show is just to salute Turkey and the fighters involved: Teofimo, Ryan, Devin, Rolly, Boots, Stanionis, even, because I haven't even really touched on Stanionis too much yet. But if he can beat Boots, there's fights there for him, because he will become a unified champion at that weight. So there is fights out there. There's the likes of Brian Norman, who's still there to unify with. Barrios, we don't know what's happening with him, because I don't know if he's still looking for Pacquiao somewhere, or what he's doing with his career now, because he seems to be left out a little bit now that Conor Benn fight isn't happening. So you still have those guys there, but shout out to, like I said, those three guys, Devin, Ryan, and Teo, Boots as well, just for signing up to be in that sort of platform of boxing where you win a fight and your next fight is another tough fight, and you win that fight, your next fight's another tough fight. Signing up for that, a lot of boxers isn't doing that. At the top level, a lot of them aren't doing that, and it's good to see. But if you haven't got anything else left to say, Rico, that could be us out.
I do. Northerners aren't real people. As much as I try and, like,
I'll speak. One second. Actually, speaking of Northerners, I was lucky enough to my first ever interview to be Caroline. And now Caroline is out here on Twitter calling my northern sister out. Terry Harper saying that Terry's ducking.
He's not even about it. Terrible business. It's not even good, bro.
What do you think?
I think it's not like, Terry, just take the 200K, bro. Like, what are we? What do you mean 200K? You must be mad? Who's asking for Terry Harper right now? What do you mean, why?
Why should she take the 200K?
Do you know what? For a unification fight? No. Do you know what it is? Why didn't you ask me this during the duration of your show? Is the thing.
No, because I forgot. I had things I wanted to speak about. I've spoke about it, and now this is the end. It's just clocked. Because I have to shout out Caroline because she's a great fighter. Her last performance deserved the knockout. I think.
Nah, you know what?
She was
I'm enough
robbed
for
of the
you now.
knockout.
Nah, I'm enough for you.
But that offer,
you're not a true Caroline fan.
That offer of 200K, bro, Terry has done way too much in the game to just offer her that. And Caroline herself has said, Terry isn't the fighter. You are bringing her over here to get beat. So you only want to pay her 200K. She can go and fight.
So wait, so what? Okay, so Beatrice Ferreira, go on, have that.
That's an in-house unification. She doesn't have to cross the street.
Yeah. Go on, yeah. Go on. Earn 200K with that, Beatrice.
But Beatrice isn't offering Terry a fight. She's offering.
I don't
Caroline
care what you say, Eric. And to be honest with you,
offering Caroline a fight.
I to be honest with you, Eric, I've not liked your rhetoric. Did you get it? Did you get it? Yeah. I've not liked your rhetoric throughout the whole broadcast. I don't like anything that you've just come through here
Can
with.
I just say,
I feel like no, you can't. Nah. No. Whoa.
I thought this was my show. Why are you timing me out? I can speak, bro. This is my show. I can speak. You're not timing me out. I want to see the Caroline versus Terry fight. But Boxer has proven time and time again to be putting offers out there that fighters ain't gonna take. Look at the Liam Cameron versus Ben Whittaker thing, bro. We cannot. This isn't even a thing at Caroline or Ben or anything. Ben Whittaker, sorry. This is Boxer as a whole. Every time there's a fight to be made and they seemingly want the fight, it's always a mess up with the money, bro. On 7 weeks' notice, for her to cross the street, for you to say, oh, well, you're not what you was anyway, I'm going to beat you. You want me to sell you my belt for 200K to cross the street, to only have 7 weeks training camp. Ben needs to do better. That's as simple as that. Ben needs to do better. If he wants Caroline to have that belt, he needs to do better. Because last time I checked, when Eddie wanted AJ to have the IBF strap, he paid. He paid for that IBF strap, and Charles Martin is still living off that money now. So let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. You're talking about what Terry got in her fight before. Terry wasn't a champion. She was a challenger. She went into that fight needing to win. She hasn't gone into that fight to beat Rihanna, do how well she did in that fight, only to say, oh well, you're only worth an extra 50K, as we say, an extra 50K to cross the street so I can beat you. No, on 7 weeks' notice. Come on, go on. You say your piece.
I think you are. Now, do you know what it is? I'm trying to launch your platform now, so I don't want anything to like go through this or whatever like that. What we'll do is I'll hold this. I will speak about it next week because I find your whole rhetoric disingenuous. I don't like the fact that I can't load up subtitles. I don't. There's so many things that I'm just like, do you know what it is? Is this actually worth it? I'm like, okay. So wait. So hold on. Before, all right, I'm gonna be what we'll do is next week, just to announce to the people, there'll be 2 spaces from the iBoxingHub account. Okay, so I hope you guys tune into that. Obviously, we'll have your show. We're gonna have, there's gonna be a whole extravaganza. Sunday there'll be a extravaganza in the sense of how we really want to approach the year over here at iBoxingHub. But obviously, this is your show, and I'm very proud of you. Except for your whole bullshit, I can't lie. It's long enough. As soon as you find somebody that is brain dead, and you can like
on the screen, please.
I don't know. Can you read? I mean, the comment. Sorry.
Read the comment on the screen, please.
All right, Caroline. Well, I don't know. My Wi-Fi is mad. All right, and this is the end of the show. Nah, this is the end of the show. This is the end of the show. Can you do your like? Do you know what I mean?
No. Right. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate you, Rico.
No, I'm joking. I love you, bro, man. I'm so proud of you, bro. You're incredible, Viso. I'm gonna chat to you after, but Viso, I don't like to swear, but fuck you.
No, I appreciate everyone tuning in, getting involved in the chat. Rico, thanks again for being my co-host, my friend. You know, the person I go to do this thing. We're just starting episode 3. Next week, episode 4, we're out here. We have to. Episode 4 is actually episode 3, part 2, because remember, Rico has said we are following on. So next week we'll be back here.
How fresh
9 p.m. UK time for our Americans out there in the chat. And yeah, we'll be back. I'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in, Rico.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna happen for a long time, and it really. I'll see you a lot. Okay, I'll see you a lot later. Innit? My God.
It's another band. All the and calls now, whichever get up. I thought my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flips me a bag by it. So it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.